Now, the Super Falcons have stepped up their preparations, looking ahead of that quarterfinal clash against Zambia on Friday. Training took place at the Academies Raja in Casablanca, Morocco, with another session set to hold later today. Nigeria opened the tournament with a commanding 3-0 win over Tunisia, but struggled to a narrow 1-0 victory over Botswana, and of course a goalless draw with Algeria. The mixed results have sparked criticism from fans and with growing expectations for a stronger showing in the knockout stage against a dangerous side, talking about Zambia. We've got our very own Onyinyechi over there in Morocco to give us updates looking ahead of that quarterfinal. Onyinyechi, welcome to the show. I am afraid Jidechi also has said that Nigeria's tournament starts on Friday. Now, a lot of fans are not even optimistic because they feel like the Zambian team will tear Nigeria apart. But you are over there, you know, you felt the pulse of the players, and I'm sure you can tell us more if you should be confident or should be very, very afraid. Welcome, Onyinyechi.
Thank you so much, Udoka. I would not say the tournament starts for Nigeria on Friday, because the truth about it is you only have one chance in the knockout stage. And now that we are at the knockout stage where the girls have been separated from the women, you know that if you make any mistake, you would have to cry about it or even be sore about it. So there is no room for making any mistake this time around. So it's not about the tournament starting proper for Nigeria. The tournament starts proper if Nigeria can go past Zambia in this quarterfinal stage. Then we'll say, yes, that Mission X is really on the road. The Mission X is really an active campaign by the Super Falcons of Nigeria. It was not just a farce. So the fans, yes, are not pretty happy, but the fans here in Morocco, Nigerian fans here in Morocco, have been the pillar of the Super Falcons. They have been the ones supporting the Super Falcons all the way in the absence of the supporters club. Remember that the fans were the ones who won that game against Botswana for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, if you ask me, because they kept chanting until the 90th minute. And before you know it, 90-something minutes, we had Chiwendu Hayes will go all out for Nigeria, giving Nigeria that lone goal. I'm hoping that when they surmount the Zambians, which I'm crossing my fingers that they do, then that we would say that the tournament has started proper for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Udoka.
I like when you use the word when, because fans are saying if we beat Zambia, but when it feels like it is possible for Nigeria to get that result against Zambia. So I love the use of that word when. I love it so much. Now, looking at the teams in the quarterfinal phase, there's Morocco, there's Mali, the defending champions are there, South Africa, there's also Algeria, there's Ghana, and of course Zambia. These teams are not small teams when it comes to African football, when it comes to women's football in Africa. If Nigeria, yes, permit me to use the word if Nigeria beats, or rather when Nigeria beats Zambia, moves on to the semifinals of the tournament, other teams in that quarterfinal stage are as well strong, some of them even stronger than Zambia. So how sure are you that this Mission X would happen, will come to pass, will become very, very possible for the Super Falcons of Nigeria? And of course, the coach also spoke about him settling the no-goal scoring pattern for the Falcons. We still did not see that against Algeria because the team needs to score goals, because Zambia, they do score a lot of goals.
Yes, of course. You're asking me how sure I am. Udoka, I leave my shorty at this time. Because the truth is, I'm not the one who's going to play the ball. I'm not the coach of the side who's going to deploy the tactics. I think she'll leave just my shorty one side. But the truth is, the quarterfinal matchup, yes, indeed. If Nigeria surmounts Zambia in the first quarterfinal, they have the winner between South Africa and Senegal to face. Now, let me tell you about the next phase of this competition if Nigeria surmounts Zambia. Remember, South Africa are the defending champions. They know the code for the Nigerian team. They have faced up with the Nigerian team before, and it's a bragging right whenever South Africa wants to go up against Nigeria. They are the defending champions. They have something, of course, just at the back of their minds to make sure that they they go all out against Nigeria, and they're a high-scoring side too. Now, look at Senegal. Senegal are also the high-scoring side in this competition, though they made it to the quarterfinal, being the best third-place team, one of the best third-place team in this competition. But they are a high-scoring side. See what they did against DR Congo. They announced themselves in this competition with a 4-0 thumping of DR Congo and went on again. Yes, the second game was not that rosy for the Senegalese, but they were able to make it to the quarterfinal. They are parading the top goal scorer in this competition all the way from the qualifiers in the person of Mame Dwop. So she is a fire forward. She can go all out, and if they can surmount South Africa, then you know that there's something that will make them get to the final of this competition, because as I did say before, the winner between Zambia and Nigeria might end up lifting this trophy, because that's where the matchup is. Nigeria must be able to put Zambia in their place. Zambia has conceded 4 goals in this competition. They have scored 6. Nigeria has scored only 4 goals in this competition, though they have not conceded any. They say attack wins you matches, but defense wins you competition. If Nigeria can keep up with their defense, have to tell the Zambians, clip their goal scoring boots, and hold up plays for Barbara Banda, who is the reigning Women's African Player of the Year. Hold up plays for Rachel Kudananji, who's got a very terrific speed and can go all out with a great assist there for Barbara Banda. Hold up the likes of Margaret Belemu, who is the defender, the captain of the side, a defender, a sure defender for the Copper Queens. If Nigeria can do that, then we can talk about who they get to face in the semi-final of this competition, if it's going to be South Africa or Senegal in the next phase of the Women's African Cup of Nations, Udoka. So right. Let my shorty just rest.
Right. At the mention of Barbara Banda and Kudananji, I just feel more afraid for the Super Falcons. But yeah, the updates, I'm sure they'll be having a training session later today.
Yes, they will be having training session. They did have one yesterday, which was not open to the media. They also will have today training session today, hoping to fine-tune their goal-scoring form, make sure that they are scoring more this time around. Coach Justin Madugu was able to do something different in that game against Algeria. He started the substitute who he will always bring into the match to come make a difference. He started them. Yet, yes, we did see them make effort trying to break through the defense of the Algerians, but that did not generate goals for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. So I'm hoping that he can put 1 or 2 together, tighten loose ends, make sure that these girls are scoring. We need to score. Yes, we have the best defense, because if you say the A team and the B team of the Super Falcons of Nigeria, they are good defensively. He was able to parade the likes of Shukurat Oladipo, Sikirat Usa, Useni, I beg your pardon, in the defense for the Super Falcons in that game against Algeria, and they were fantastic. Now, this is in place of Osinachi Ohale, Tosin Dimei, who were in defense for the Super Falcons in that game against Tunisia and Botswana. So, Nigeria is good on the back line. We are perfect in the back line. We just need to score. We just need our forwards, our midfielders, having to communicate with our forwards so that they can score more goals. Now, we have only one training that will be open to the media, and that will be the training for tomorrow, which is going to herald the match. Of course, Thursday we have the pre-match press conference. After that, they would have their training at 8 p.m. So we're hoping that we can get a glimpse of their training, get to talk to some players ahead of that match against Zambia. Same thing for the Zambians. They also have their training a day to the match, pre-match press conference, and a training a day to the match. They will be able to catch up with some players too and look at what regimen they are executing ahead of that game against Nigeria. Remember that the Zambians have got a female coach. There's everything to gain if the female coach goes up against Justin Madugu and gets a better of him. There's everything to gain. What is it? It's the Women's African Cup of Nations. It's for women. So for every woman there, they are all in support of Coach Nora Huttle, who is the coach of the Copper Queens. So we're hoping that we can rally the support we need for Justin Madugu, for the fact that we are patriotic as Nigerians. We have to support Nigerians, Udoka.
Definitely, and I hope the Super Falcons will steal the crown of the Queens and send them packing from the tournament. But thank you very much for your analysis and updates from the Super Falcons camp, and a beautiful job you are doing over there, Onyinyechi. Thank you.